of the 2022 fall football season. Wallace Rangers are our team, and that's who we'll be following this year. They're in the blue on blue at home, and tonight they're facing off against the Valle Cardinals. They're in the white unis with the black pants. Looks like we've got a couple of captains at midfield. That's Quentin, number 20. And of course, Del Valle being the visiting team, will call that. And looks like they'll take the ball first. Catch you up. The Rangers season opener tonight. The actual football season started last week, but they drew a bye for week 1. And so we're actually in week 2 now, but the first game for Wallace. Not sure what Del Valle did last week. Last year, the Rangers 7th grade team, which of course is what this one is now, finished the season 6-3. And some of the opponents that got in their way were from San Marcos. And of course, the San Marcos ISD has been removed from this district and joined a different one. And Del Valle and its 3 junior highs have joined. And so this is Del Valle Middle School we play tonight, and then there's 2 others that we'll face later in the season. And the Rangers are minus their stud running back from last year, TJ Grant, played linebacker as well, and he is playing on the other end of the district this year and had a district transfer to Dahlstrom. And so the Rangers are looking forward to fill in his shoes. And if you ask every man, they're up for the challenge of doing it. B team just won their game. It was a nail-biter, 21-19. And the Rangers take the field here for the first time. Looks like about 19 athletes on this squad. And I think I counted 14 on Del Valle's roster. Kickoff team for Wallace will be up first. Kicking south to north. There is a bit of a thunderstorm to our northeast, moving to the south, but I think it'll stay well off to the east of us. Probably raining on Del Valle's home field right now. They're just southeast of the airport, and that's about where that storm system looks like it's at, just over my right shoulder. Number 14 for the Rangers set to kick off, and Del Valle's deep men are on their 30, and that ball is kind of pooch kicked to the up man. Number 14 going to try the right side. A couple guys trying to get him, and he finally does fall, so no gain forward on the return. Little lateral movement. And Wallace will start on defense. 8-minute quarters. A lot of these boys have played youth football where the clock just runs. And so, of course, this is a regulation clock. Stops when it's supposed to stop, starts when it's supposed to start. So the game takes a little longer. Expect the Cardinals to come out in the gun. They like to run a lot of direct snap. Threw the ball a lot during warm-ups as well, so they'll try the air. Deep safety for the Rangers is number 2, Cohen Ball, wearing the hot pink gloves. Deep man, 10 yards deep behind the line of scrimmage, is the tailback for the Cardinals. And it'll go to him, right edge. He bounces out to the right side, and 28 is going to tackle him for a loss. 5-yard drop him. And that's a defensive end. I hadn't learned everybody's names to match numbers yet.
28.
I got the number, just don't have the name.
28.
That's a good start for the blue defense. Be 2nd and 12, call it maybe 13. Spots about the 37-yard line for the Cardinals. Del Valle's offense is spread out They've got 4 wide, 3 bunch to the near side. Tailback 10 yards deep. His heels are on the 30. 3-step drop, zipper screen to 14, left side, and number 7 tries to get him. 24's there to wrap up. They might have got a yard out of it, but hadn't got back to the original line of scrimmage, and this Wallace defense is swarming early. Spot looks like it's back to the original line of scrimmage. Inside linebackers for this Wallace squad are 24, who just made that tackle, and then number 7, who I believe is Andres. I could be wrong, though. It's happened before. It's happened often calling these games, actually. Receivers are balanced this time. Ball's on the near side hash. Wide side of the field is to the right. Quarterback looking that way. He's going to put his slot guy in motion across his face, and the tailback moves early, and they'll have too many men in motion, and that's an infraction. It'll march off 5 and replay 3rd down. Del Valle still looking for their first successful play of offense. (5-3) front for the Rangers. Motion man comes again, and it fakes to him. Bootleg out to the right side. 12 trying to track him. Can't quite get him, but makes him stutter step. 24. It's actually 20 who's going to get, or 28 going to get credit for tripping him up. 24 had the FOP. We call that a fall on the pile. Nevertheless, good decision bringing up 4th down, and we'll see if we see an early punt from the Cardinals. I don't know. Yeah, is that some of the people in the stands here just commenting that they like the play of 24, like how he's getting after it and being aggressive. I have to agree. So offense looks the same. Of course, the tailback is deep enough to be a punter, but the quarterback is there, so expect to go for it. 8's going to keep it to the left side. And he's got a little room around the edge, and Cohen Ball is going to get the tackle, but he gets the first down. I believe it's going to be close enough to move the sticks, and he says it is. Couple of near would-be tackles, but just didn't happen. And the Cardinals dodge a bullet and keep this one alive. So unfortunate there for the Rangers after such a great start on defense. But the Cardinals showing they got a little fight left in that drive. So we're just inside of Ranger territory now. 48 and a half yard line. First down about halfway through the first quarter. And now we've got 2 in the backfield with the quarterback. And they're about a mile apart each. 8's gonna look to throw. That's a live football if he drops it. He catches it, puts one move on, and finds the rest of the defense. That's number 20, Quentin, making the tackle there for a loss of a yard maybe. Second and 11. Number 7 for the Cardinals checks in the game, and he'll be one of the split men. And quarterback number 8, he's got the long hair. Want to see what that hair looks like under the helmet. The old shaved on the side mullet's popular right now. Gives him some instruction. Checks his tailback behind him. And he's going to throw a live football, and he drops it. It's a live football. Pick it up! And I believe the Rangers got it. Number 4 didn't realize it was live, but that pass was backwards all the way. That's a Wallace football if they got on it. That was backwards all the way. If 55 recovered it, then the Cardinals dodged their second bullet of the game. My eyes deceived me, though. It sure looked like the Rangers got it. 3rd and about 19 now. And the Rangers giving us a bit of a heart palpitation in this one.
Don't let him get that 40.
So we're back in Cardinal territory now. 43-yard line.
40, Cohen.
Fire up the ball, Lewis!
Number 3 started to say he's going to line up on this side. He goes to the other side, and 21 tries to call him back. 8 tosses it. It's going to be a halfback pass back to the quarterback. And 28's right there to hang on to him. And he's racking up the tackles. He drops the ball. They get it back again. It looks like, and it's going to be 4th and a mile for the Cardinals. Of course, this is the same position they were in last time when they made magic happen. We'll see if the Rangers can keep the foot on the throat this time. Back to about the 38-yard line now. Line to gain is the opposite 39. So they've got their work cut out for them here. And this time, 8 drops back, and I think he's going to probably punt this one. They're going to send 3 gunners down on the near side. Snap is a dribbler. 8's going to try to get in there. He gets it away. It's a good kick. Spiral. It's going to be over Cohen's head. Cohen makes a great catch on the run, and he slips and loses his footing. Going to have to check the cleats on that one. Made a good first move, but did a great job concentrating to catch that ball over his head. It's going to be just inside the 30 for this Wallace to start their inaugural offensive drive for the season.
He made a good catch on it, that's for sure.
2:19 in the first. And they've got the chains the wrong direction. They'll take a second to adjust that. Got 2 split out for the Wallace Rangers. Jaden, he's a Dripping Springs transfer this year. Hands it, double reverse. Number 13 gonna try to put a move in a big collision there by 54. He cut back to the inside and didn't know the back door was swinging behind him. Caught him in the face for a loss about 4. A little razzle-dazzle to start things for Coach Gutierrez and his offense.
Who's 13? Sebastian?
So Jaden in the gun, and then he's got his wingman to the side and a running back behind him, kind of a shotgun slot T lookalike, and they bring the split in this time. Jaden's going to give it, dive play, right side, looks like good run. I believe that's where Andres is lined up at. And I said 7 might be him earlier. I'm going to change my opinion now and say 28. And he was able to get a few yards and recover from that earlier loss. Now going to be about the 35-yard line. Clock winds. 1:20 in the first, no score. 3rd down coming for Wallace. This is their first offensive drive. Del Valle playing 2 safeties deep, which means they've got fewer in the box. Cohen comes in motion early, and they're going to call a false start, but I think it was just motion at the last second. But they didn't like it, and it'll be back to the original line of scrimmage. Number 6 checking in for the offense. 3rd down and 10, under a minute to go in the opening quarter. Andres remains the tailback behind Jaden at quarterback in the gun. Jaden gonna try the air this time, drops back, rolls to his left, cuts up, still on his feet, avoids the next tackler, gonna split the difference and keep going. And it's gonna make a more manageable 4th down coming up. He's about a yard or 2 shy. So good scrambling, slicing and dicing by Jaden. Jaden was here for the summer for the 7-on-7 workouts and competition that Wallace participated in, so he got to know some of the route tree and the patterns that Wallace runs, and ahead of the game since he didn't play here last year. Backfield remains the same, 4th down, and the quarter is going to pause this one. We're going to flip the field, go the other direction for this 4th down effort. Coach Gutierrez in the blue ball cap is the head coach there. He's also the athletic director for the Wallace Middle School. Coaches the 8th grade. He also coached the 7th grade boys soccer team last year that had quite a successful outing. In fact, they went unbeaten in the regular season, got to the district championship game, were unbeaten in the district championship, and then fell prey to the McCormick Tigers, who they beat earlier in the regular season, but lost in the waning seconds, and I do mean seconds of that game, to lose by just 1 goal. And there were tears, as you would imagine, and rightfully so, because it was a emotionally draining afternoon in about 100-degree weather to boot. All that to say, Coach Gutierrez is no spring chicken to coaching these boys up. Sun is just about to set behind that house, and when it does, I'll be able to see my camera. Rain looks good, still staying away off to our east. We got a pretty good shower earlier in the day, and then it looked like it was clear the rest of the way, and then something else jumped up. Going the other direction, 4th down, got to convert for a yard. Jaden gonna put it in the gun, handoff out to the right side, and he moves the pile forward, falls for about 3, and he'll keep these chains moving. I believe that's Andres carrying the ball in that deep spot for Wallace. Cheerleaders in full form here tonight, doing their part, and we're glad they are. 1st down, 41-yard line. 24, got a near face mask, top heavy tackle, no flag, and he gets dropped for about a 6-yard deficit. Defensive end rocking and rolling across the line in a hurry. Well, I say 5 or 6 yards. It looks like only a yard loss. Second down and 11. And Wallace trying to get to Del Valle territory for the first time tonight. Still their first drive of the ball game. Jaden kind of has a little bounce, as he calls it. Gonna rock and fire, throw out to 14. It's complete. And he's tackled by the corner at the 45-yard line after a 5-6 yard pickup. 3rd and 5 coming up. And so Jaden on the completion stat sheet for tonight. And I believe that's Louis, who plays basketball and soccer as well, and is quite a dependable athlete in the program. Looks like a 4-4 stack for the Cardinals. Jaden gonna look right, then go left, finds Cohen, gets Cohen trying to get free, catches it for a 1st down, couldn't get his top half free. And so Jaden has 2 completions in a row, moving the sticks, spots the opposite 45, and the Rangers are on the move.
3 guys around. 3 guys on him.
Often overlooked is the protection the offensive line provides. If Jaden's got 2 completions in the pocket, that means there's a pocket being formed, and he's able to look downfield and make the throw. So good on you, offensive line. 3-step drop. Jaden's got time, moves to the right, throws. This one's going to be short, but just barely from the defender. So Jaden kind of throwing up a prayer on that one, but didn't take a sack. And the line of scrimmage remains the 45 to bring up 2nd down and 10. .24 checking out for a breather from the offense. Andres, Quentin, and Ball remain in the backfield. Give is to Quentin, trying the left side. Quentin slippery, and he's still on his feet. 77 gives him a good shove downfield, gets an extra couple yards out of it, and they'll be about 3 yards shy of the line to gain. Wallace going the right direction, methodically. Jaden bounces and takes the snap, hands to Andres up the middle, bounces to the left side. Andres was chopping his feet, took 14 on up high, but won the first down battle. Just got a notice on my phone that lightning is close to Buda, but we're not in Buda, so hopefully we're okay. Got a couple of my youngsters at a football practice themselves tonight, which is why I got the notification in Buda. We got split men for the Wallace offense. That's Louis off to the top, 6 to our near side. Make sure they're on the line of scrimmage. Check with the referee. They are. Give is to Andres again, right side, and he's got an ankle biter on his lower half, but he's able to get 4. And we're on the 30. Moving in, 3:32 to go in the first half. And we haven't had a lot of incompletes or out of bounds, which has kept this clock moving, which is why we're already about to be at halftime when each team has only had the ball one time. 7 this time is the split men to the near side. And Wallace checks the sideline, get further instruction from Coach G. Snap comes, give is to Quentin. He's got company. He's got to try to get around 55 and can't do it. So 51 was in the backfield on his block, and Quentin couldn't get around him and lost about 6. Number 13 is going to make an entrance into the huddle. And he'll line up at the left side end spot. Split men are in tight. 3rd down and a long way. And it's going to be a give to Cohen, trying the right side. Cohen going to split up the middle. And he is tackled after about a 7-yard pickup. Gets inside the 30 again for the second time this drive. Bring up 4th down, about 5 or 6 to go. We'll see what Coach G's got up his sleeve for a 4th and 5 play. And there's going to be a flag as he looks and points to the Wallace offense. And it may be unsportsmanlike, and if it is, that's a big one. And it must be a personal foul on Robert, perhaps. Give him a second to cool off and get him his head back in the game. He's an asset on that line. And that's a big, big miss if we don't have him in there. I don't know. Got some aggressive communication happening on the sideline. Little head shaking and some nodding. Anytime the head both shakes and nods in the same conversation, you know it's intense. So for the 15-yard infraction, the spot is now the 44-yard line. Big 4th down, but you're kind of in no man's land. Perhaps not at this level, but 4th and 20. Wallace looking like they're going to go for it. And the Del Valle defense is creeping. Jaden's going to just keep it and see what he can make of it. And it's successful, but not enough to convert. and the ball will go over on downs. And Del Valle will get it for their second time tonight with 1:46 to go in the first half. 0-0 the score. As the sun sets here in Kyle, Texas. Defense comes on the field. We'll try to keep Del Valle at bay. Don't want to give up any points in the waning moments of the first half here. Hey, Cohen, be expecting pass.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Come on,
Let's
KC,
go.
get in
Let's
there.
go. Get in there.
Set that edge, one
Get
more.
in. Let's go.
4 wide for Del Valle.
Play well.
Boundary line.
8's going to look to throw it. Air one out deep.
Intercept Cohen.
And a good coverage by 22. Man coverage ran all the way with him and got in there and disrupted things. So executing his assignment just like he's been told to do.
Let's go.
If I had to guess, I'd say it's a type of
Cohen,
man-free
break a little earlier,
where you got your
Bring that in.
cover guys in man coverage. It's so spread out, and you've got a free safety over the top.
Let's go, guys.
And then you got 6 in the box to defend against the run. And they do bring 2 backs into the backfield along with the quarterback this time. And they fake play action. Gonna throw the slant. It's complete. 13 on the coverage. And they tackle him just shy, I believe, of the line to gain. Del Valle's gonna take a timeout here and stop the clock. But they are gonna move the sticks and say first down. Or not. Yep. Hard to tell what's happening. I think it is. Looks like it is.
Fire out the stands, Lewis.
Let's go, Wallace. Let's go, guys.
So besides the direct snap to the quarterback, it's a pretty pass-heavy offense for Del Valle. We'll see if Coach G and company can dial up some pressure on 8 and get in there and disrupt his timing and his visibility. Listened to sports radio today, and they were saying if you look at every Super Bowl team, there's always 2 things that they have in common. Or rather, not 2 things, but one of 2 things. Either a fantastic quarterback, that's a given, or an exceptional pass rush. And if a team has that, it can make up for a large amount of other things. 4 wide, and the tailback is as deep as the receivers are wide. Quentin lighting somebody up, but that pass is complete by 21, and he's knocked out of bounds by 12. And so 2 passes, 2 first downs back-to-back for Del Valle. And they've gone about 30 yards in about 40 seconds. Zoom the camera out a bit here because of the wide splits that Del Valle is operating with. Quarterback gonna hand it this time, and he runs into 36 in company. May have gotten a yard or 2 on the play, and the clock is stopped by another Del Valle timeout. That's at least their second one of 3. 1:17, of course, remains in the first half. So they're operating with about a 3 or 4 pass play to 1 play run ratio. And hadn't seen him mix it up. I did just see lightning over my right shoulder. And so we'll see if we can dodge it. Speak quietly, not give it away. Safety, of course, is paramount, but that's why they have the radars to see what the mileage is. Last week there were some lightning delays for some of the middle school games. and then they tried to bring them back, and then the Lightning persisted, so they called it, and so the winner was whoever was ahead. Of course, in our contest so far, it's even. 2nd down and 8. And this time the quarterback has a partner next to him, not behind him. Bootleg left side, being tracked down by 28. He's going to let a Hail Mary go. It's deep over the head of both receiver and corner running. Free safety got sucked up and was not over the top like he may have should have been. Comes back shaking his head a bit, knows he got beat on that one. But we saw Joe Montana heave into the goal line. That ball was thrown 40-plus yards in the air. So 8 showing off the arm. He's got it. Running back, 5 yards behind the quarterback, where he's been most of the game. Lots of time in the pocket. 8's going to heave it down the field, right side this time. And Cohen intercepts it! How about that? Cohen Ball making an incredible catch and dragging a toe in bounds just inside the 10-yard line to give Wallace the ball. We'll blame that on the hot pink sticky gloves, keeping that ball like Velcro on those fingertips. 1:04 to go in the first half.
High-five me.
Come on, 2! First down, and the ball is on the 20. I thought he intercepted that closer to the 10, but my eyes have deceived me already tonight, so I'll just look up after the fact. Jaden hands off to the right side. 28's got a little room, probably his biggest run of the night, and it's just shy. No, it's going to be a first down. He says move the sticks, and Wallace going to race the clock here. And it's moving. No huddle. Line up on the ball. And this particular scoreboard doesn't give you a timeout count. I don't know if Wallace has used any or not. Jaden gonna hand Andres again, left side this time, but this time 54 takes a ride around his waist. No gain. 2nd down, and Wallace will take a timeout.
That's their 2nd. Hey, DV's not afraid to throw it.
No.
For sure.
All right.
You know, you can do it
Pulls the trigger.
half-time. You can do it half-time. Take a whole
This would be a good time for anybody who has a small business to place an ad right here in the ball game. Oh. And I think they just saw a big bolt of lightning.
I'll time you. Hey, I'll time you.
And let's see what they say. I saw the ref look up to the sky, and Coach G is
Hey,
saying,
how long do you think it'll take you?
so it'll probably be a 30-minute lightning delay if I had to guess.
Is it? Like,
And they're gonna call him in. I don't know if it's a delay or a called ball game.
Stopping it?
I don't know if it's a delay or a call. Okay, that's a called ball game. I'll give you a picture here of the sky behind us. So that's what we're facing. That's where the lightning was. And so this one will go in the books as a tie, 0-0. They won't make it up. And we'll be on a Tuesday night next week. So a short week, and we'll do it again. And see you then.